I found it. Yeah, this is interesting. I saw this thing about the doulos not being the same as a bond slave about an hour before this teaching
Oh, wow.
for the first time,
That's
and
awesome.
it just blew me away.
That
But
actually
I love.
corresponds with some of the teaching I'm going to be doing next week, which is kind of interesting.
Mm. Don, do you remember which figure of speech that is? That
I'll be
was
right
just
back.
talking.
All right.
What was it?
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be right back. Figure. Okay. Don, do you remember which figure that is? No, I can't remember either. But it's like in Ephesians chapter 3, where it talks about us knowing, and that word knowing is ginosko, knowing that which cannot be known by experience, or that which it says knowing that which goes beyond knowledge. And both words are ginosko, knowing by experience that which goes beyond experiential knowledge. And you sit there and your brain goes, bleh.
I'll be right back also.
Okay.
So,
Chandra, you got to go pee or do something. Go ahead.
Nope. I will not escape my chamber right now. I will be attacked. I must not leave until I am done. Or else I will. It's hard to come back.
It really blew me away, though, reading that thing about the bond slave from the REV. Because we were always taught that doulos was the bond slave. And didn't hear that, no, that's not quite right. Another one of those aha moments.
Yeah. Well, I just like the fact that you're teaching on the whole slavery thing, because so many people, so many haters, God haters, will use the whole slavery thing as something to, like, it's like they're trying to use that as a point, how horrible God is and stuff. And so, it's like, I know there are teachings out there that talk about the whole slavery thing, to help people be more educated about it and whatnot, but just like everything else, I'm not good with remembering any of it or knowing how to, tell them everything. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just really glad you're teaching on
One
that.
of the things I tell those people generally is, for nearly 6,000 years, slavery was an accepted practice.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought it was wrong. People didn't like it, but nobody, if, I went in and beat the hell out of your country, then I got you guys as slaves. And that was just the way things were. And, it's only been the last, people's perspective is so myopic. It's what's happened in the last 10 minutes. It's only been the last, 150, 200 years that people have gotten to the point where they said, oh, slavery is wrong. And now we want to impose that on everybody in the past. Well, guess where slavery started? It started in Egypt. People who live in Egypt tend to be black, and they had Jewish slaves.
Hmm.
Most of the slave industry was run by blacks, selling other blacks into slavery. There's a lot of this, a lot of
That's
things.
awesome. That's a great fun fact because I mean, especially with all of the the hate, the whole racial crap going on nowadays.
Yeah,
A lot of their hate speeches are about how the white people, mistreated them and all that kind of stuff, and they're, blaming the white people and everything like that. Okay, so, and it's like, if you're gonna go with that, if you're gonna go there, and they say, and if they say, yeah, I went there, kind of thing, whatever. It's like, okay, if you're gonna blame us for something that happened that long ago, why quit there? Why don't you just go back further, knowing the point that you just told me, Don? Why don't you go back further to the very beginning and hate the people? How about you hate on the people that started it? Guess who started it? You know what I mean? Then you're going to be hating on yourselves. Like,
yeah.
Duh. That would be kind of...
Most people don't realize the majority of the slave trade started in Ethiopia.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well then, but like I said, like a lot of people will account that to God. A lot of people will say, yeah, see, God supports slavery and this or that. And you can correct me if I'm wrong here. With my limited knowledge here, or whatever, I may be incorrect. But what I usually tell them is, hey, just because they were doing it, it doesn't necessarily mean God approved of it. And just because God gives certain instruction about how to treat people, and he includes those words in the Bible, slave, how to treat your master, this or that, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's talking about what you're envisioning this situation to be.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
I
the only
agree.
thing I can possibly say.
Hey, Chandra.
Yo.
I've got an interesting point for you, and I believe you're belittling yourself a little too much. Let me ask you two questions. Do
Okay.
you believe that God raised Jesus Christ from the dead?
Yes.
Do you believe that Jesus Christ is Lord?
Yes.
Okay, the reason I ask that is you are light years way ahead of most Christians today. Just those two
Amen.
things alone. So don't think that you have to have a huge amount of knowledge, because that is the foundation to the very doctrine of all 7 church epistles.
Well,
All 7 church epistles are based on the reality that God raised Jesus Christ from the dead and gave him a name above all names. If you know that and you believe that, you are light years way ahead of most Christians today.
that would be sad. That's pretty sad. If that's true, then that's sad. Sorry. But yes, thank you, Alan. It just breaks my heart, when people hate on God for these misunderstandings, and I'm not able to. I mean, to me, this is where I want the knowledge to be able to explain certain things to them, and when I don't have the words to explain, it's like this moment I'm just more than happy to explain it to them and have a conversation with them, and they're actually willing to have a conversation at that moment, and I can't because I don't have all the information I'd like to give them, and so I don't know if it's it's heartbreaking and very frustrating at the same time, because it's heartbreaking because they're going to continue to hate on God for their misunderstanding. That breaks my heart. And then there's the frustration of me not having something in my noggin to explain it.
Mark Dickey said something yesterday that is quite true, and I think a lot of Christians need to hear it. We don't go casting our pearls in front of swine.
Well, yes.
I mean, there's going to be people who don't believe no matter what you say.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Those. I mean, clearly there's people who are clearly like rebellious. Like they're just so mad. There's just nothing you can say. But there are those though who are sincere and they really are just asking, like, well, what about this, And they're sincere. They actually want to hear the answer. They're not hateful about it, but they are really like, what the heck? What the heck's this? What is this about? Yeah, it's those people that I would love to be able to talk to more.
Well, a lot of those people who have an opinion usually are very eager to express their opinion. And if you don't know what to say, you can ask them more about their opinion. And eventually you'll hear something that will connect with something that you know. And then you can share that in the form of a question. Like Jesus, when he was in the temple, he was teaching the elders in the temple, but you're not allowed to teach when you're a Ute, but you were allowed to ask questions. So he was teaching them by the questions that he was asking. That's how they knew.
Loophole.
So one of the things that you might consider doing is as you're witnessing to people or trying to share what we have to share, is try to get really good at asking questions. And then you'll find out if they're hungry or not by the answers they give.
Yeah.
Right.
And then if they're hungry, you give them a little bite, a little hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
So eat that, give them another one, and eventually you can give them the whole slice.
Yeah, and it's not to be manipulative. It's just
Right.
to.
You're just looking for information.
Yeah, well, yeah, and
That's
it's also like not wasting anybody's time, because there's somebody out there that if this conversation right here was a waste of time, it could have been taking up the time away from somebody else that really wanted your time.
Exactly.
So it's not manipulative. It's more like this is necessary because time is precious, and so just anything to save time as much as possible and give it to somebody who really wants it, needs it, it's so critical.
Yeah,
So.
you're trying to find out if this person is worth your time. Exactly.
Okay, well, I'm going to start it up again. And we'll
Okay.
save it. Here you go, Sandra. Here, let's go, Sandra. Let's go. Let's go, Sandra.
Yeah.
Okay.
First, where am I posting it first?
Okay, it's in the chat area now. Maybe I should go over to Facebook and do something over there too in the thing I did.
You post on Facebook, I'll post in the Google.
Because I have posted the YouTube address today for
Oh, cool. Who did that?
I did that.
Oh, good.
Instead of doing the Google thing, I did the YouTube address for them to go to watch it. Any day now.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just post up the link and then the 30-second delay, and then,
Yeah, no, it's. This is supposed to fill itself in, and it does it wrong. Must have changed my password and forgotten to change it there or something. There we go.
Okay. I put it there. I put it there. Yep, yep, yep. I'll go to the Monday night. So you put it on the Monday night. I'm going to the Monday Night Hang On Air page. Is that where you put it?
I put
No?
it there. I put it on the TLTF page. I put it on my page.
I'm putting it in the comments of the posts you didn't. No, wait.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not where I should put it. Delete. Delete. What did I do?
Actually, I think you should.
Yeah, you did not post. Well, here's the doulos. There it is. Okay. The doulos post.
Yeah,
Okay, I
actually,
put
it turned out to not be so much a doulos teaching as a slave teaching.
Well, kind of the same thing.
Kind of.
Maybe a different angle than some people might think when you're talking doulos.
Yeah, well, most people, you know, the people from back in the day probably all are going to have to sit down and think about what I taught tonight, that whole thing about the bond slave is different than a doulos. Because we were taught the bond slave is a doulos.
Rememorizing scriptures and memorizing the books of the Bible is equally fun and exciting for the brain. That's from Mary Lou Hazel Peters. I just read it from the group.
Awesome.
A good way to learn the books of the Bible is in song, like we did with the ABCs. Contact me at cunninghambible@hotmail.com and I will email you the song for the Old Testament and New Testament. Why don't you just post it here? Post it here, Wendy. Wichita, Kansas.
Okay. You did the Monday night on air? Shonda?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I
Okay.
posted the comment. I posted it in the comment section of the
Yeah, that's
doulos.
what I did too on my page. Let's see. TLTF needs it too. Okay, here we go. If any of you are watching the room, hello. We'll be finished in a minute and we'll start.
Maybe I should, instead of saying green room link, I think I should say join us in the green room.
Right, that's what I'm putting.
Okay. No, some people don't even know what the heck a green room is, but
It's a figure of speech.
Right. Well, Sandy might be around. And,
It's
oh,
not-
you already put
it's
up the
not
green room
literal.
link. Okay.
We're not literally in a green room.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Maybe
then
less
it has to be a figure of speech.
Close enough for government work.
live. Join us live in the green room. I think maybe we should
Right.
start phrasing it like that when we type it. Like
Live.
join us live.
Live from New York. It's Monday night.
It's Monday Night Live. I mean, really.
Now I should have the morning walk song. Do 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 do. Okay, well, I really found that whole new thing that Frank Lyrica posted from the commentary in the REV very interesting. I mean that we were always taught that the bond slave was the same as a doulos, and yet the bond slave was part of Israel, and the doulos, the slave or servant, when it was slave, it was slavery, just like it was in the South in the from the beginning of the country till the 1860s. I mean, that really struck me. Because, see, even at our age, and as long as we've been in the ministry, we have to relearn things sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Many times.
Like daily. Christianity is the only group of people that doesn't audit itself. And it needs to do that more frequently.
Amen.
That's what research is all about. You search the scriptures and then you research the scriptures again.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether those things are so.
By the way, for any of you who may be watching this who are on Facebook, we are actually having a revival right now. And you can participate by going to One Day with the Creator. Just type that into your address bar for Facebook with a hashtag and do it all as one word, and it'll take you right there. And you can watch the sessions of the One Day with the Creator class, and we have listening with a purpose questions, and we're all believing that this is gonna spark things a bit and push things on a bit. And as we hold forth the word, God gives the increase. We have to hold forth the word before He can give the increase. So this is our way of holding forth the word. So come and join us.
Where did you put the YouTube link?
Is it on YouTube?
I'm not finding it yet. But I'm just gonna share the YouTube. I'm gonna go to the YouTube video, and now I'm sharing the YouTube video, and then I'm gonna paste the join us live in the green room link before I post.
They can do it either way. They can come join us live, or they can watch it on YouTube. Either way is acceptable. We'd love for you guys to come in and ask questions, and come and tell us we don't know what we're talking about. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get Cynthia Ann Webster in here. Let me see her, because she just liked my post. So right away I was just like, click on the link, come join us.
Yeah.
She's saying I have to with my honey and see if I have permission to get a Google account first. Let me check and see what he says. Yeah. Nobody has Google. What's up? Does nobody have? Well, if you're on YouTube, you already have one.
Right.
Aha, that's true. People might not know that.
This has been a long time since we discussed that. I saw somebody a few days ago put up the Bible Tools link. That video that we did way back when. I saw it someplace. I don't remember where, but they were talking about it, and I just commented on it. Yeah, that was probably one of the best videos we've done, at least as far as being practical.
Yeah. Right. Hey Don, do you have the white box? Are you white boxed right now?
Yeah, I am. I should undo that.
Yeah.
There we go. Now you're there. I just saw a halo.
I'm watching because I'm watching the YouTube video right now on mute, so that way I can kind of see what everybody else is seeing.
You may have noticed I took my glasses off.
Yep. There it is. I'm not even looking at the real, I'm not even looking at our live video here. Okay. So now I see you live, and now I see you on the YouTube. I see you live. I see you on the YouTube. I see you.
So Don, how have you enjoyed doing the questions for the revival?
It's great. I love it. Yep. Having a good time doing it. It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
but I really enjoy it.
Exactly.
So usually what
Yeah,
Yep.
isn't it exciting to kind of like sit and wait and see which questions get like, get anything, and like, let's see which ones. All right, waiting.
Yep. I can usually tell when I make them up which one's probably going to get the most attention just by the way they come out.
Oh yeah. Come on, Cynthia, where are you? I don't know. Cynthia, where are you? Like as soon as it pops on, I'm gonna be like, I gotta go now.
Alan, did you fall asleep? You haven't said anything in a long time.
No, I'm just really exhausted.
Yeah, we've been working all day.
I hadn't fallen asleep yet, but I'm approaching that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and I really, I probably should get going because I have not worked on tonight's post yet, or on tomorrow's post yet. It's kind of weird, like, it's just kind of weird, like, I'm on like a day ahead every time, so sometimes it messes with my head, like, oh, today is still 11, tomorrow is 12. And the segment number doesn't match up with the actual day, revival day, so the segment number match up with the revival number, and that like I really hope I don't screw this up. Like,
I know I wrote out a whole new calendar by hand there just to try to make sure that I have the right day with the right segment, but they'll start to line up again here for too long, about a week.
Did I tell you guys I was reading Bonhoeffer?
No?
I went ahead and got that book. Actually, I gave it to my mom to read. I went ahead and downloaded the Kindle, and I'm a little over halfway through the book. You know, I don't read that many books, and this is a large book. And it is absolutely fascinating. Did you know that this guy Bonhoeffer, he was a genuine believer? He literally believed the Bible was the Word of God, and that it was the only source for truth and practice. And not only that, he was learning and practicing Christ. Learning to be aware of Christ, the living Christ in you, the Christ in you. He was learning that and practicing it. Fascinating book. I'm just now getting to an area where he's getting involved in the conspiracy.
That was one thing I wanted to mention to you guys. Witness of the Stars and Numbers and Scriptures. You can pick them up right now for the Kindle for 99 cents.
Really?
Really? I bought them both today for 99 cents. There's the one with the Witness of the Stars with the blue cover. Don't get that one. There's another one. It's still Bollinger. And, it's the Witness of the Stars. And then there's another one, the Numbers and Scripture one. They're both 99 cents.
The Numbers in Scripture is really fascinating. But the Witness of the Stars is equally as fascinating. The Witness of the Stars is deep. I mean, it's
Yeah, and it
deep.
goes over my head because of his vocabulary.
You got to read that
I have,
slow
yeah,
and
and have a
many
dictionary
times.
right next to you.
But once you get what he's talking about, whew, very cool.
Every time I've tried to get through Witness of the Stars, I've never been able to finish it. I think
Mhm.
I've got a little over halfway one time and never returned. It's one of those kind of books like a concordance where you use it for study.
Mhm.
Like the One God, One Lord kind of thing.
Yeah, now that's one book that I actually finished. It took a long time, but I actually finished it. I
It's
started
like an.
on that one online, but they have chapters missing on the online version. And so I went ahead and just bought the book. I wanted my mom to read it. She said the damn book's too heavy. It's too big and heavy. So I got her the Kindle, and now she can't operate a Kindle. So, and then I just have her read it to me sometimes.
Get a paperback version and take it to a print shop. Have them cut the spine off and make it a loose leaf book. Then you can give her a few pages at a time. That's what I did. I cut mine up. I cut it up.
Did you rightly divide it?
Yeah, I put it back together
You rightly divided your book.
I got it laying over there. Hang on, I'll show you what I did. It's kind of neat.
Perfectly straight cut. Yeah.
Well, I haven't got a title for the teaching next week.
That's okay. Just, you got a day or two to figure it out.
Yeah, I cut the spine off,
Oh, yeah.
and I
Okay.
put this plastic binder on there. So now
Okay.
they're all loose. And it's so big, I had to put it in two. I had to
Oh,
put it in
wow.
two.
2 volumes.
Yeah. So I put the
Wait a minute.
book.
Can you show that again?
I put the book like this, the main part, and then the second part is all the appendices.
How did you do that?
I work at a print shop.
Oh.
We had an explosion the other day, and this just kind of appeared.
Yeah.
Look, Bob.
I just now.
John will be
Maybe-
fascinated to hear that.
You've told us before, but for some reason it's like that. I think it finally sunk in. Like, oh, okay, now Donald works at a print shop. Okay, like for some reason I don't think I knew that, or I don't think it sunk in or something. I don't know.
Oh, at a print shop, I could put in some orders for stuff, couldn't I?
I know. It's like, what the heck? You work at a print shop. I mean, like, but what is it? Like, can you?
I print letterhead and envelopes and invoices and flyers and
Yeah, business cards.
business cards, things like that. Most of our business cards we send out anymore because they're so much more inexpensive. And there's places that's all they do. So if you see those ads, you see those ads in the magazines and stuff, like $250 for 10 cents. then that's usually a pretty good deal.
I've never seen anything for 10 cents.
That's exaggeratio.
So like from
Speak.
Vistaprint, so Vistaprint would be a better deal then.
Probably, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, there's the business cards that you got them, huh? Awesome.
Yeah,
Woohoo.
250 for $10.
That's good.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want them to be double-sided though. Well, I guess.
You want the back free. You want the back free so you can put information like your name, when your fellowship is.
Yeah, that's true. It's a nice little note card.
Yeah. Well, look, is everybody tired?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to, as you can see, I'm signed in twice here. I'm just trying to figure this out on you see my face? No.
You're muted on one, and
Yeah, well, yeah, so that way we don't hear an echo. And, yeah, I have to do that.
you
But,
don't sound like Elohim.
yeah. But, yeah, like, I'm trying to, like, for some reason the laptop is not detecting my camera, so the camera on it. And I'm trying to, like, Steven's letting me.
You broke
Huh?
the camera, John.
Yeah, I broke the camera. So I'm, like, trying to check it out. It doesn't detect it. Whatever. Yeah, because if I go into the settings on the Hangout thing, it says no camera found, and I know there's a camera there.
You're looking right at it.
Yeah.
You can
Right
see it. There's a camera there, and it's working.
Well, no, that's like, so this camera is on my desktop. The camera. See, I'm working on this little guy. Trying to. I don't know. It's just fun. It's just fun to have two different angles.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun. But it's not detecting it. What's its problem? Oh, well. So are you guys going to get off? 'Cause, yeah, I mean, I'll get off too. I need to go too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Really?
tired. You got to work and do things, and I want this thing to start processing so it's ready first thing in the morning so I can just jump into work with it.
All right. Bless you guys.
Bless you. Love you.
See ya at the
Bye.
revival.
God bless. We love you guys. He is the best.